What is the truth about attracting emotionally unavailable partners and how to stop and reverse that? This is exactly the topic that we'll discuss with you in this video, my friend. So if this is something that you have been struggling with, stay with me until the end and you will not only find what is the truth behind it, what is the reason this happens, but you also find some really practical tips and solutions that you can apply in your life to reverse that and to consistently attract people who are more and more caring, more and more emotionally available, and who generally accept your experience as if they were theirs and want to take responsibility for your experience. That being the case, my friend, if this is something important for you, stay with me until the end of the video and I'm sure you'll find it really valuable. And now I just want to introduce myself. I'm Daniel from the channel Soulful Relationships, which have the intentions to help you experience the most conscious, uplifting, and meaningful relationships with everybody in your life. Not only your romantic partner, but friends, partners, like business partners, family, everybody in your life. So if this is something that you share with me, subscribe to the channel and I would love to see you around. And with every video you watch here, you'll get closer to that intention, to the fulfillment of that intention. Now, what is the reason? Like, what is the truth? Why do you why do you attract emotionally unavailable partners? Do you think that this might have something to do with you or with the way you have grown up in your family when you were just a child? Because I've seen for many people and for many of the people I've worked with that when they attract narcissistic or emotionally unavailable people who are partners who are just not caring for their experience and they're only being selfish, the reason that happens, like the core reason, if we go to the roots of it, is because maybe you have grown up in a family in which your parents weren't giving so much importance about validating your feelings. And maybe you always had to prove your worth to your mom or to your dad, and you always had to do something to be emotionally seen and accepted and appreciated and validated. And maybe you always needed to do the chores, maybe you always needed to do some form of labor so that your feelings were taken seriously. So there was something that you needed to do to prove to your parents that your feelings were like validated, they were okay. And now this pattern that you have experienced from your childhood, well, it just reflects itself in your romantic relationships. And this is the core reason here, that from your childhood, part of you remain there stuck in your childhood patterns and experiences, believing that I it's like people wouldn't validate and accept and like um be able to stay here with my feelings and care for them if I don't prove to them that this is worth it, if I don't win their trust in some form, if I don't do something for them, if I don't please them, if I don't like show them how perfect I am. Like there is some criteria. The story is this: that in your childhood you needed to do something to please your parents so that they validate your feelings, and now like uh, in your grown-up experience, your partners are just reflecting your parents from the childhood, from your childhood experiences. And unless and until you become emotionally available for your own self, you will not attract a partner who will be emotionally available to you. So it's a reflection. Since from your childhood, like it wasn't, your parents didn't validate your feelings, and now that you've grown up, you haven't learned to become your own parent that your inner child has been lacking from growing up. Now the whole pattern repeats itself, and the child within you is looking for emotional validation outside when it's not giving it to itself first, and it's always being opinionated and judges your partners that they're not validating your feelings. So it's almost that your need for attracting such a partner is overly how was that word? It's overly emphasized. It's not that it's not that there aren't people who are not validating your feelings. It's just that you're looking for more than natural, and it's like more than that, more than what your partners naturally would do to validate your feelings. So you're not seeing how they already validate your feelings because part of you is stuck in that childhood trauma and it remains unhealed. And your awareness is only open to finding and seeing partners who are emotionally unavailable because you believe that you need to do something to experience the partners and to attract the partners who are emotionally available. I know this can sound a little harsh if you're just hearing it for the first time, but trust me, my friend, it's like the moment you realize that is the moment you can parent yourself up. And when you start parenting yourself up, you wouldn't put your partner in a position in which he becomes your parent because your partner needs to be your partner, not your parent. So, okay, now understanding what is the like problem, the core problem here. And just to give you an example of myself, I have experienced this for myself since since recently, since like the last couple of months, that I was constantly looking for partners who I wanted subconsciously to be my parents. I even attracted this girl to me that had a child. Like, see how subjectively and meaningful the universe gives us and attracts to us partners that we are there to learn something from them. I attracted to myself this girl, this woman that had a child, and with whom I was dating, that had a child that was called Danny, and my name is Danny, and it was like, okay, what what more of a symbology you would want? So I attracted this because like life wanted to show me that part of me was looking to be parented by my partner instead of being the parent for myself, learning to be the parent for myself and maturing in this way. So you always attract a partner that you want to be your parent unless and until you start being emotionally available to yourself. And so, how does that happen? Like, practically speaking, how do you become emotionally available to yourself? What are the steps that you need to follow? Now, let's get into this part of this video. So, it's like whenever you feel unheard, whenever you feel not heard, whenever you feel not validated, whenever you feel rejected, whenever you feel that your partner is too demanding or like they're too egocentric, you just need to check in with yourself. Like, imagine as if you were your own parent, and then check in with yourself and assume the attitude you would want your partner to have towards you. So if you want your partner to be more caring, then you need to become more caring to your own feelings. So it's like you create two positions. Like, first, one position is the child within you that is hurt, and the other position is what you're looking from your partner. But now, instead of looking that from finding that from your partner, you become the parent that is giving to your inner child the love, care, and affection and validation that it is looking for in your partner. And the moment this starts becoming natural and part of your everyday life is the moment that the partners you attract in your life will reflect the same attitude. So, practically, again, how does that look? It's like whenever you feel rejected, not heard, invalidated, you ask yourself, just stop for a moment, see how your body feels, become present. Okay, how do I feel? What am I experiencing? And now ask yourself the question, like, what is going on? Tell me, what do you need? What do you feel is lacking at this moment? Do you feel not heard? Do you feel invalidated? Did somebody hurt your feelings? Did they not show you the love, their love the way you wanted? What is happening? You need to be that curious, loving parent to your own self. So it's like, again, ask yourself, tell me, what are you going through? And you're asking that question from the position of the parent in your mind to the child, which feels hurt and not, which feels hurt, unheard, like their words were unvalidated, their opinion was unvalidated, they feel rejected, betrayed, whatever it is. Abandonment is a huge part of this, actually. in the cases that, for example, you find yourself pleasing too much your partner, this is because you, like, deep down inside of you, you're resolving the wound of abandonment. Because you don't want to be abandoned, you prefer to abandon yourself and please your partner, so that in because this way you hope that if you are able to please your partner to a sufficient extent, then they won't abandon you. So I know it sounds contradictory, but this is how this wound works. We abandon our own selves to please our partner, so that we make ourselves believe that if we please them enough, eventually this will be enough, so that they won't abandon ourselves. And again, this is like too anxious, like we are not secure, we are not confident in that we even deserve the love of our partner. So maybe this is a topic for another video, how the wound of abandonment works, but this is ultimately what the pattern is. So again, to attract people, partners who are emotionally available, you need to become emotionally available to your own self. So anytime you feel hurt, triggered, anytime you feel rejected, just stop for a moment. Feel those sensations in the body. Your stomach will feel restricted. Your heart will feel closed. You might feel pain on the back if you have been taking too much responsibility of pleasing your partner because you want to prove to yourself to them. So take a moment to feel the sensations and then ask yourself the questions a loving parent would ask to their child if they were struggling, if they were in pain. Because this is what happens. Whenever you judge yourself, misjudge your partner to not be emotionally available, you're just saying to yourself, I wasn't, like, nobody validated my feelings when I was a child, and I want you to be my parent because I was lacking this caring and loving child in my childhood growing up, and now I want you to be my parent. And you cannot make your partner your parent because this is not healthy. This is toxic, codependent, and you will keep repeating the same pattern unless you heal that and unless you become emotionally available to yourself. So this is the way you do it. You start caring and paying attention to your own feelings and sensations throughout everyday experiences in the interactions you're having with your partner. And before you express your need, because this is the second stage here. Now, after this becomes comfortable, after being emotionally available to yourself becomes comfortable, then the second stage is that you start expressing your needs. So, whenever a relationship with your partner starts deepening, and becoming more emotionally connected, intimate, and deep, then you start expressing your needs. Then you say that in moments like that, I need you to just comfort me and tell me, like, care for me. Ask me how I am. Ask me if I need something. And you basically teach your teach your partner how you want them to treat you, because this is the way you balance that out. So initially, it starts from the inside. Initially, you assume the role of a parent and you start parenting your own inner child. But eventually, when you continue healing that pattern and that wound, you start healing it inside the dynamic of the relationship. So anytime you feel rejected, anytime you feel not heard, anytime you feel abandoned, anytime you feel betrayed, anytime you feel like, this is something that, for example, I've been struggling with. I feel that my partner is not taking me seriously enough sometimes. Again, this is coming from the wound of abandonment. And anytime this happens, you just express your need. It's like, I want you to hear me out. I want you to listen to me. When I speak about my feelings, when I'm vulnerable, I want you to listen to me. I need you to listen to me. This is important for me, because it's like, this is the way you show me your love, and this is the way I want to be loved. So if I'm important for you, this I need that. So you use words, because most of the time, like, we humans are really dumb creatures sometimes. Like, we assume that our partners automatically knows what we need without us telling them. So it's like we're this stubborn little frustrated child, and we're like, no, this is not fair. He must know how I want to be treated, and if he doesn't treat me that way, he is the one to blame. Like, I haven't told them how I want to be treated, but if he doesn't treat me the way I want to be treated, he's the one to blame. He should feel that. And I can tell you, like, as a man, I can tell you, we men are more problem oriented. Like, we're oriented to resolving problems, to finding solutions to problems, instead of validating feelings, which I know is really crucial for a relationship. But it's like, this is how you can help your man. If you're a woman, for example, who feels invalidated, this is how you can help your man also heal their wounds and become more caring, by expressing clearly your needs. And by doing that, you take responsibility. So first, you become the parent to your own inner child. Second, you express your needs in that relationship, so that healing starts to become consistent and continuous. And at some point, like, for both of you, it will feel natural and spontaneous to express your needs, which leads me to this bonus that I wanted to offer as part of watching this video, because I understand that you're committed. If you reach this stage, like the 16th minute of this video, this means that, okay, it's important for you to ultimately heal that pattern and allow yourself to attract emotionally available, mature, and loving and caring partners with whom you can commit to a long-term relationship. So there is like this 3 questions healthy boundaries framework that I have created, which will help you exactly with that, to understand what is it that you don't tolerate in your partners, what is it that you need from your partners, and what is it that you're willing to give in the relationship with your partners. Because once you become aware with the answers of those 3 questions, and in this 3 questions healthy boundaries guide, I show you exactly how you can apply everything that I share inside, and how you can become transparent with your needs. The moment you do that is the moment you open yourself up to a healthy relationship. Until then, my friend, I am sorry to tell you that, but it's like, you keep attracting emotionally unavailable men, you judge them, you criticize that it's their problem, and you never take responsibility. So this is the way you start taking responsibility. And once you start this first step, the second is expressing your needs. And this, like the 3 questions healthy boundaries framework that you can find in the description, it will help you precisely with that. So that being the case, my friend, hope you found this video to be helpful. If this is the case, like it, comment down below, let me know what is your experience in dating, in pursuing romantic relationship. What are the patterns you experience with your partner? Because if you share with me your experiences, I'll have more ideas for practical videos that I can create to help you on your path to experiencing only conscious, uplifting, and meaningful relationships. So if I were to be absolutely honest and transparent, this is why I need you to comment. I need more ideas. So let me know what is your experience. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. And I will see you in the future videos. This was everything from me. Thank you again. I am Daniel, your host. I love you, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.